What's going on? Welcome to Unlocking Your Inner Strength. In these episodes, I share with you insights and inspirations that have come to me on my path in life, and hopefully they can be a welcome hand of guidance as you move along your journey. I teach because I'm passionate about my message. I teach because it helps me to learn more deeply. Thanks for sharing a few minutes of your time with me for this week's episode, and without further ado, here is this week's show. What's up, everybody? It's Kyle with another episode of Unlocking Your Inner Strength. I'm going to go over some key questions that you can use in your life today. Before that, though, had an awesome weekend. We had my mom's surprise retirement party for the family on Thursday night. Devin and the gang had a nice, intimate surprise party for me on Friday night with the Big 4-0 coming up tomorrow. So that was really cool. And then I had a motorcycle course all weekend, learning the basics and getting comfortable with that because that was one of my goals that I wanted to do. But as I was reflecting throughout the motorcycle course throughout the weekend, as I get older, and hopefully the same thing happens with you, you should be asking a better quality of question of yourself. Your brain will give you answers to whatever you ask of it. So most people just let their brain run off of emotion, and they get into this vortex of negative thought, right? So remember, thoughts, words, actions. This is how you manifest reality. But to redirect, a lot of times, you need to say, what am I asking myself? Where is my focus going? So your focus is going with the questions that you're asking yourself. What might go wrong here? How am I going to do this? I'm never going to do this. Why am I such a failure? Blah, blah, blah. So I jotted down 5 key questions that helped me, and I'll kind of chat briefly about each one, but hopefully they can help you as well. These are good things you could journal with, or just sit outside, ask yourself these questions, and see what pops up, see what comes up, right? First one, when we're talking about threat, threat is going to cause you to go into freeze mode when we're talking about mind map. Threat is really, your brain is running this question, how safe am I? So you can ask yourself that question, excuse me, and whether it's socially, judgmentally, physically. Usually it's not a physical thing necessarily, but how safe am I is a good one, because if you don't feel safe, you have to address where do you not feel safe. Once you address that, you can begin the process of moving out of threat and moving forward. So how safe am I? Or how safe do I feel? Write about it. Get clear on it. See where the threat is. Do what you have to get away from the threat and to dampen the threat. So that's question number 1. These are in no particular order either. What's great about this problem? That's one of my favorites. You have to learn how to reframe. Again, your brain will answer questions as long as you ask the right questions. Your brain is going to, let me rephrase it. Your brain is going to answer the questions you're asking of it. So ask the right questions. What's great about this problem? As soon as you ask that question, and I use this all the time myself, I start coming up with answers. Boom, 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 boom. Man, I didn't really think of that. Boom, boom, boom. And all this stuff starts happening. And then you realize it's not such a terrible situation. It's not the end of the world. It's all is going to be okay. But what's great about this problem? So that's one of my favorites. Third one I jotted down. What's the next step? A lot of people get caught up when they're trying to do something because they're thinking about, I want to do this. But making that leap from here to there is too much. Right? There's too many things in there. There's not enough prediction and response. So what's the next step? Bring it back in. Use my motorcycle course as an example. I started thinking about this a year ago. Okay, so if you go from thinking about it to how do I learn how to ride a bike, get my license, all this stuff. Where am I going to get a bike? Started talking to people that recently got bikes. Okay, find out that, hey, sign up for the rider education course. That'll be step 1. Okay. So I signed up for the course a couple months ago. Took the course this weekend. Now I've contacted a few people about purchasing a bike. So you take one step at a time until it becomes a reality. That's the way your thoughts become things. Where people get caught up with it is they're thinking, so you have different parts of thoughts becoming things. You got to be able to emotionally and visually feel yourself in the spot you want to be in as if it's already happened. So you got to feel that. That's going to charge your actions. And then realize there's a gap between that and where you are. And that gap is where you have to say, what are the next steps? You got to take the action. It's not just going to happen. It will not just happen on its own. 2 more. Can anxious thought add a single day to your life? I believe Jesus Christ said that. Can anxious thought add a single day to your life? No, it cannot. If anything, it's going to take time off of your life. There's no reason to be anxious. If you can't deal with the problem immediately, let it go. Decide what you want to do about it, and then that's it. Because all the anxiety is what if, thinking about all these possible scenarios. Can anxious thought add a single day to your life? If you're using it for yourself, you could say to my life. Think about this type of stuff. And this is one of my new favorites. Am I at ease in this moment? Am I at ease at this moment? If you're not at ease, you're not present. Your mind is drifting. You're either remembering something, probably angry about something that happened, or you're fearful and anxious about something that might be coming up potentially. Am I at ease at this moment? If the answer is no, you are not fully present. In the present moment, there should just be ease and peacefulness. But the problem is your mind drifts. And your body might be there, but your mind and spirit might be somewhere else. And that's a problem. You got to get all these two aligned. And that's a hard thing to do, just the way society is now. But it's not overly complex. Am I at ease at this moment? If you're not at ease, why not? Work on it. Ask yourself the questions. Do what you got to do. Your brain is a super powerful mechanism. It's a super powerful machine. The reason I'm so passionate about teaching mind map and things of this nature is because, first of all, selfishly, it helps me learn more about the brain. And I find that when people understand the power of the brain and have some kind of working knowledge of what's going on up there and how they can use that to their benefit, it becomes transformative for their life. When you realize you have control over a lot of what goes on up here, you all of a sudden take control of your life. And this one's not a question, but that just made me think of something. Whenever something goes wrong or something unexpected happens, take responsibility for it. If you didn't directly do it, you still control your attitude. But if you take responsibility for it, you're always going to have some type of control over your life. And that's what you want. You don't want to be out of control. You don't want to be reactionary, right? Animals react, humans respond. The executive part of your brain should be responding. So a couple key questions. I'll repeat them one more time, then I'll let you guys get going. How safe am I at this moment? What's great about this problem? What's the next step? Can anxious thought add a single day to your life? Am I at ease at this moment? Try using some of these this week. I'll put these in the bottom here on Facebook, but try using some of these questions this week. I guarantee you they're going to make a difference. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, you go to KyleNewell.com if you want to get my free fasting manual. It's /manual. And I will be talking to you guys hopefully later in the week. Peace.
You wrote for today's episode. I appreciate you and your time truly. I'm humbled and honored if you made it to the end of this episode. Don't forget, you can go to KyleNewell.com for your free ebook written by yours truly on getting started with fasting, infused with 5 mind map principles never before seen. This is something I have not given out to anybody else that'll help you see the light when it comes to your fasting journey and creating better health, both physically and internally. Remember, it's all about the mind, body, and spirit. Until next week, peace.